Hey everybody, I'm back with my day 3 wave daily check-in. Well, the wave's been going on for a lot longer than 3 days. It's been, I guess, 30 something days now. Whew, this has been a long one. So I slept not great, but I did get some sleep. I would say it probably rated bad or poor if there was some like app for that, which I do have, but sometimes when I run those, I feel like anxiety, like someone's watching me, so I don't like to use those. But yeah, it wasn't great. I woke up like a gazillion times again. I'm going to go back to this dentist that made me my oral mandibular device. It's like supposed to slide your jaw forward so that your soft palate or your tongue doesn't like fall into the back of your mouth while you're sleeping and wake you up. Because I was diagnosed with mild sleep apnea, which it gets not mild, I think, when I'm in a wave. I think that's what I'm realizing is when my baseline is better, when I'm in a window, this mild sleep apnea, I mean, like I've said before, if everybody did a sleep apnea test, I think a lot of people would score mild. Like it's something that happens anyway, but I think when it happens, it just wakes me up. Like, or I could be just lying there and I can kind of hear or feel something like click in my throat, and I just get this like jolt of cortisol, like for no reason. I'm not even asleep. So I don't think that's normal. And when I'm in a window, it doesn't like affect me as badly. I'm not waking up constantly throughout the night tossing and turning, which is what happened last night. I was like tossing, turning, tossing, turning. Probably didn't get a lick of deep sleep. Lots of REM sleep, lots of REM, I should say. REM, the band, right? Remember REM? Anybody remember them? They had a song about oranges. I don't know. And this is my brain on like wave and like exhaustion. So yeah, so if I think about like when I'm in a window, I just wake up in the morning, 7:30, get up immediately, don't feel crazy tired. And like do my day, and yeah, I might have some fatigue, but I'm generally not getting in bed. I'm just doing the day, and then in a wave, it's like so extreme. I'm just crazy exhausted and crazy getting cortisol and waking up. And so I don't know. I'm still gonna get that device. Like it's just it's so tight. It's an intense device. It's like this big contraption in your mouth, and it's really tight. And I used it one time. I had like nightmares. So when you have like a super sensitive central nervous system, then having some like massive device, that's what happened with the CPAP machine. And the doctor was just like, look, this is not like this is the opposite of what it should be doing, because you have mild sleep apnea. You should, if it's creating more anxiety and more sleep and insomnia problems, then don't use it, because it's not even really recommended for mild. But yeah, and so I'm having like a lot of ruminating thoughts about this being something else other than withdrawal. And please don't comment all of your theories on what could be going on with me. It's not helpful. There's plenty of people 3 years out or have been in a setback who have such the same symptoms as me. I've done every single test. I just don't want a lot of theories, because believe me, my brain is already ruminating on those things, and I'm doing tests and I'm consulting with doctors all the time anyway. So if you throw out another, like, maybe it's this thing, it's just not, I'm going to delete you because I just can't anymore. Like I had a crazy week last week where people were just coming out of the woodwork telling me like how to be and how to act and how to live my life. Like it's going to change anything. And honestly, I'm an expert at my own body and what I've, been doing over these many years. So I digress. I'm able to connect more. My partner is back for a little while in between this gig that they're doing, and I feel like I'm able to laugh and connect more, so that's good. So some things are starting to even out. But then again, we were trying to like do FaceTime and phone calls while I was in like a bad wave, and that was just too much for my brain because I was also working. But I'm still in it. I'm still in it deep. I still feel really crap like all day. I still struggle with is this something else? I still struggle with, yes, I've made progress, but there's so much more to go, and feeling really discouraged by that. I mean, I'll just kind of say I wanted to give myself a little list of what has passed and what is still to come. So, DP is gone. I feel like I recognize myself. I see me, and that's cool. DR is still there. I still feel like not connected totally to reality. Like I'm still kind of living in a bit of a fishbowl kind of scenario. Clearly, my sleep is jacked, and my energy levels are horrendous. I have total exercise intolerance, which is much more severe than ever before. So my body has just kind of fallen apart. Like I have so much fat versus muscle, and I used to have like a very high ratio of muscle. I had a lot of muscle even through, before the setback. I was hiking and walking, and all the way through my taper and everything, I used physical activity, except for there was brief periods of time where I would have an uptick in symptoms if I did too much activity. Other than that, I always was a very muscular person. Now I've like switched that ratio. So everything is just like falling apart. And if I try to work out at all, it just makes me so bad, so sick. And all of the crazy symptoms come back. So that sucks. What else so I'm able to eat. That's great. And like my appetite, my GI gets off a little bit during a wave, but not like it used to. I'm still able to eat. My hair doesn't fall out. I can laugh and have connection. I mean, in the windows, I feel like my baseline's really much higher. So the things that really need to improve are, well, first, not going into windows and waves. Like that would be excellent. So not having waves, like that needs to go away. Like that's a huge thing that's not changed in the setback. Previous to the setback, I would have like really short waves, and then they just went away entirely. So still having waves, and then dizziness, vertigo, DR, health anxiety. I was having burning the last few days. It's a little bit better today. It's much better today, actually. Cortisol surges, supplement intolerance, exercise intolerance. Yeah, exhaustion. Did I say that? Those are the big ones. And yeah, I just, I'm praying every day. I'm hoping. I'm like constantly needing reassurance right now. Like my anxiety brain is just looping. So not a very exciting check-in, but that's where I'm at. Kudos to you if you actually made it through this entire video, because this is coming up on 10 minutes. This is a long one, a long check-in. I will be back tomorrow and let you know how I'm doing. And if you have any, if you're experiencing any of the same things that I am experiencing, please let me know. It always feels good to know that there's other people out there going through the same thing. And again, no advice, and don't theorize on like what this could possibly be. Honestly, don't need that. So lots of love, everybody. I will check in with you tomorrow. Peace.